Alright, what's up guys? It has been a good while since I've made a video. Springtime, I am on quarantine, so I've got plenty of time to mess around in the garden when I'm not watching the kids in the morning. And I just busted my ass trying to walk out here. This thing, this thing just came loose, and I totally almost ate shit falling on this patio. So anyway, here we are. Right now I'm hardening off a lot of my plants. I've already given them, over the past couple weeks, most of these plants a lot of time to kind of acclimate. So most of these are veggies. This is a sweet potato vine that's decorative and it's just getting fried by the sun, but the roots are fine. Got some tomatoes, got some tobacco, a little sweet potato sweet potato slip. A couple goji berries that started from seed. They probably won't produce berries this year. Pepino melon, a couple different peppers, little Mexican sour gherkins, a couple decorative peppers, ashwagandha, red roselle, ton of sweet potato slips. And over here, this is a fig, which I might not see fruit out of this year. And I'm just going to put some herbs around the base of these containers. That's a crepe myrtle that's red with white flowers. It's pretty cool. And these are just some of my little decorative plants and some kales, which these are supposed to be a perennial kale, similar to tree collards. So I'm really looking forward to seeing if they survive every year. So I'm just getting them started in the spring, but I don't really expect to harvest much before the bugs get them. I'm just hoping that the plants stay alive after that. So over here, I got some decorative cabbages that I bought super cheap at the end of the year, and I'm letting them seed. Somebody whacked the top of this guy, but is what it is. So this is totally coming apart here, as you can see. So this is definitely its last season. I'm probably going to take it down midsummer and distribute the soil elsewhere. So I just put some parsley in here and a couple different lettuces that I just transplanted. Just hoping to get like a cool little crop. Got some radishes and some more lettuces sown in here. So I'm just going to get what I can out of this and then move the soil elsewhere. Over here, got some berry bushes. So this is an aronia, which is actually not a very tasty berry, but it is just a cool plant. And these are my little blueberries, these little sticks here. So I just put them in the ground a couple months back. So I'm really hoping they do better in this part of the ground, and I will be using an acidifier just here for the blueberries. And then my gojis, or gooseberries back here, which I haven't had them produce gooseberries yet. So this bed, all this straw here, I'm very excited about. This was at the middle of the summer. I sowed a ton of till radish and clover. Most of the till radish died. You can see some of the little flower heads of the survivors, but we did have a pretty mild winter. Had we had a little bit stronger of a winter, they should have all died. So they're all rotting in the ground. So now I got organic material down in the ground, a ton of straw on top, and this is going to be my nightshades. So tomatoes, peppers, pepino melon, maybe some okra, and then in the middle where I won't be able to reach in to harvest anything easily, I'm going to put all the sweet potato slips, and it's actually purple sweet potato. So I don't know, just something different. Found a couple purple sweet potatoes at the store. They put out some green, and I mean, geez, I probably have like 50 of those things now. Over here, hardneck garlic, music garlic. Really hard to see, but in between these plants here, which are actually parsley, or geez, man, celery, pink and a green. All down this line, I have leeks, two different types. So this is Carrington, and those are Musselburgh, I think. Anywhere you see straw, I have yet to really plant anything. It's to kind of keep the weeds down and to smother whatever is alive under there, so I could just pull it back and sow something or transplant something. So in this side of the garden, I'm going to maybe top with some compost. I'm really hoping that the plants themselves block out a lot of the light. And then over on this bed is going to be heavily straw mulched. I just want to see who performs better, and I want to select plants that perform better in each scenario. I wouldn't want to put lettuces in this bed because they'll just get devoured by slugs. These are all kales, now getting torn apart by these little harlequin bugs. So I'm going to have to do like a mass harvest here and just leave what I want to flower and plant something else. It's kind of a bummer, but it's what happens every year, which is why I don't normally grow kales for a spring harvest. I just know they're going to be totally torn apart by, if it's not them, it's going to be the little cabbage worms. So I just don't bother. Over here, I've got some peas. That guy, I don't really know what he is. I think it's self-heal. I think it's a medicinal herb. I'm just going to let it flower and see. And then over there with the bamboo is Tokanashi turnips. I think that's the correct variety. And right here where the compost is and the crazy cage and everything, I just sowed some radishes and a cool little carrot mix that I got off the Experimental Farm Network. So I'm hoping that does really well, but I have to keep the cats from messing around in there. So that's why I always have weird shit on top of my garden. This area right here where I haven't done the straw mulch, in about a week, I'm probably going to clear this out completely of any plants that are here, which it looks like just some volunteer potatoes and radishes. And this is all going to be sweet corn. So it's definitely getting warm enough. And I got probably enough to cover this little block here. Over here, there is asparagus in there. A couple spears have popped up, but I just did some pretty serious weeding, and I got a lot of bachelor buttons that have volunteered themselves. They've kind of naturalized in this part of the garden, which I'm totally cool with. And then this guy right here is for the Mexican sour gherkins, and the other cucumbers, curcubits, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and build another trellis for them. This is a carrot. This guy volunteered himself, so I'm going to keep him around for flowers. I probably don't want the seeds from him, but I'm going to keep him for the flowers. Over here is still a mess, but I got a cool little columbine popping up there. And over here I just have some stuff in containers, most of it is decorative. There is a pink blueberry there. And then I have potatoes coming out of this straw here. This is kind of everything I gathered up at the end of the year. It's kind of cooked down a little bit, so I just topped with more and more straw. And I'll just do like a little no-dig potato thing here. These were Brussels sprouts that just didn't do what I wanted them to do. And I did sow more of the perennial kale here. There's hope. There's a few little seedlings. They're really difficult to see because I think the slugs have gotten to them. So if they totally peter out, I'll just transplant the other kale into here that's already more established. But this is all kind of an experiment. So, and I put some more leeks over here where the little holes are. I got my other fig tree. So, yeah, all kinds of crazy stuff. Excuse the mess. I have a swing set that I need to sand and stain that I just haven't gotten around to yet. All kinds of stuff under this tree I need to clear out and mulch it. And I guess the last thing here would be these little lettuces. And this bed might also be on its last legs, but I figured pop some lettuce in there, see what happens. So if anybody still is subscribed, thank you. I don't know how many updates I'll be doing, but I am still alive, and you can reach me on this channel if you need to. Thank you guys.